welcome to Aqua Team Nerd Force on Nerd Unpacked. I'm Sailor.
And I'm Professor Dave Fillet.
All right, so Nova is way on break right now, so it's going to be the two of us. This is show number 4, and today is November 30th, 2019, in case you didn't know. Before we get started, I'd like to warn you that this show has some explicit language.
We be cussing.
And it's for mature audiences only. Show your support by subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking that Facebook page, and following us on Twitch under Nerd Unpacked. Remember to enable notifications to get an alert every time we go live. Also, you can now stream the audio version on Apple Podcasts and Google Play Music Mondays after a podcast, anytime after 6 p.m. Call if you wish to express your opinion. The number is 469-608-1886. All right, so today's topics.
Before we get into those, let's not forget that we are number 1 in the hood, G.
How could I forget that?
How could you forget? Just because Nova is absent does not mean that her spirit does not live on.
Yes, it does.
But let's get into these topics.
All right, so first, we were supposed to have a interview going on here with Mr. Gavin Foster. You guys probably know him.
Ink by Peanut.
Yes, he is opening up a tattoo shop here in Dallas that is going to be 100% anime focused. We're really excited about that, but kind of build on us last week.
Yeah,
so,
which it gives us pause, but we'll get into it.
But other than just his anime shop,
there was a bit of controversy, a touch of scandal.
Yes.
And we wanted to kind of talk about that and then get into the cancel culture and call out culture and how those can be toxic, but also very helpful.
Very necessary.
Especially in the era of Me Too. And then also we're going to get into The Mandalorian, which I have not seen because I'm not.
It's all about Baby Yoda.
It's all about that Baby Yoda. And also how Disney Plus is fucking up. Removing GIFs.
In a lot. GIF? I say GIF. Is it GIF or GIF?
It's GIF.
Says who?
It's GIF. It is 100% GIF. It's graphic interface
Jiffy.
format.
Jiffy is spelled like Jiffy.
I mean, GIF sounds dumb because it's not graphic. It's graphic.
I think it's GIF. I say GIF.
We'll have to agree to disagree, and I'll never agree with you ever.
Awesome.
But, is Disney Plus worth it? Like, if you're watching The Mandalorian, you're watching all the shows, and your nostalgia on, like, where does the nostalgia kind of wear out?
Wears off,
what are you keeping it for? Then also, let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
y'all.
we're going to show some meat. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, show a couple memes. Talk about our favorite Thanksgiving meals, top 5 foods, how you spend your time, and some, nerdy things that we're grateful for. But let's shout some people out. I personally would like to shout out Eric Nicole. Thank you so much for liking the page. Anthony T. Towns. Thank you so much for liking the page. Krista Lupe Bland. Thank you. Thank you for liking the page, Krista. Giovanna Nicole. Thank you for liking the page. Stephen Huss. Thank you so much for liking the page. And Noah Jones. Thank you. We appreciate you for liking the page. But let's dive right in.
Okay.
And I still have a touch of the bronch. So I'm still coughing and shit. So my bad, y'all. Oh, hi Terrence.
Okay, so like I said, Gavin Foster is opening up a tattoo shop here in Dallas. So part of how this goes into the cancel culture, because if you don't know, that there's some controversy going around on Twitter right now that he made some rapey comments underneath a photo that he posted, and
we don't know the backstory.
We don't.
And he not only deleted the thread, but his entire Twitter. And that's not to say, as a business person, then maybe you want to separate your personal from your brand, and that's respectable. That's understandable. But at the same time, he was, meant to come and talk to us and kind of get out ahead of this, and
kind of
now
explain his side of the story.
Because we're not going to demonize anybody, but at the same time, we deserve an explanation, because if you're asking us to patronize you, not only patronize you but promote you, and you're not giving us the opportunity to say, you know, oh, this is what happened.
Yeah,
like we got it. We got an explanation, but the explanation didn't feel I didn't feel as explicated as I would have liked.
Yeah, and I'm not really gonna share exactly what he told me just because it was in DMs. So I don't know. I just never felt right about like posting DMs that someone sent me. It was just conversation between the two of us. So.
Like, and that's a part of call out culture because you don't want to be the reason why somebody ends up not flourishing or being as successful, especially if it turns out in the end that there were different aspects or facets that we weren't privy to. But at the same time,
if you have a chance, you should, you know, get out in front of it, get your side of the story out there. But how I feel about cancel culture altogether, I don't know. It's good, but then it's not good. I just feel like it's out of control now. Like
let's talk about, you heard that Summer Walker left her fans out in the cold for 3 hours.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Why?
She was out gallivanting around Toronto with Drake, and it was supposed to be at a whole concert. And her fans were rightfully upset. And she had previously said, you know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be in music. And her fans were calling her out. And she's like, you know, you can't do that to me because I have mental health issues. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I mean, I can get that. I can, like, for myself, I have just not, you know, severe mental health where I need, like, help or anything. But sometimes it's hard to deal with shit.
Yeah. And
everybody has those days. You're still allowed to be a person.
You are.
But
you ain't shit for that, though.
You can't use that as a crutch. And people do have the right to call you out if your behavior is shitty, and you're not allowed to say, oh, but I have anxiety, I have depression. It's like you also have coping mechanisms. And if you, after a certain point of fame, you have more access to getting help than the majority of us.
Clearly.
You got, like, there are some days when I don't want to get out of bed. Guess what the fuck I do?
You have to
I get out of bed
and go to work.
I gotta go to work. But she's got people. She's got handlers, managers, PR. Somebody is in there making sure she gets the fuck up out of bed and goes to her concert.
I mean, and then even look at someone like Sia, who is I think she has like stage fright and anxiety and stuff too. Like she was able to like find ways to like cope with it by like covering her eyes.
Right, show up and still show out.
Yeah, she was still like she's like I like music and everything, but maybe performing is not like the most enjoyable thing, but I have to, so let me figure out a way around it. Like she's just being like, oh, I'll take your money though, but fuck it, if I show up, I show up. I don't.
You don't get to be Lauryn Hill when you just starting out.
Yeah,
like,
when you
and
just
really
start,
Lauryn Hill not allowed to be Lauryn Hill because she ain't got nothing to back up. But
she's outrageous too.
But it's calling somebody out is not always necessarily a negative thing, because if you love somebody truly or you care about them genuinely, calling them out is just saying, hey, your behavior is shitty. Here's how you can fix it. Do better. It's when you do, you know, hey, your behavior is shitty, and you don't have the other behind it, or you doing it more so as a, look at what they're doing, you know, that your fave could never. It changes for sure. But going back to Gavin, it's just
okay. Michael says
we only saw 2 episodes.
I heard he was making personal comments to really nasty ones. I did see,
but at the same time,
like some DMs, like, but he, well, you know what? I don't want to say.
Yeah, DMs can be faked.
Personal messages.
Yeah, but DMs can be faked, and we know that he deleted his Twitter. So,
me, but he's not here to. I don't want to say it because he should be here to explain himself.
Which is, it's shitty because now we're having to defend him, almost. It's like
which I don't want to. I don't want to defend him, but I don't want to,
not knowing the facts.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's like I don't want to demonize somebody without knowing, but at the same time, it's like it's hard to take a neutral stance, especially if somebody, a man with, you know, a power imbalance still is being shitty. There's no way of telling. But I know for myself, I'll cancel somebody in a hot fucking second.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck because it's like my money is going towards you living this exorbitant, extravagant lifestyle, like with Azealia Banks. I love her. I love her music. I think there's something very wrong with her. I argued with her on Twitter. I didn't know it was her.
You went down that rabbit hole.
It wasn't because, you know, she gets banned off of Twitter every so often. So it was like one of her, it was like a burner account. And I'm arguing with her and I'm just like, she should have sprinkled some lime in that closet if she's going to be killing them chickens.
And she went off?
She went off,
Awful.
and I was
that
just
was
like,
good advice, though. What is she talking about?
exactly. If you're gonna kill something in your house
trying
that
to help
has
you be
blood,
sanitary,
like you saw the closet when she did that shit.
It looked nasty.
It
as
looked
fuck.
nasty as fuck. And I'm just like, if you're gonna do something like that, you sprinkle lime down, you can clean it up easier. And she just hollering at me, and I'm just like, I'm just saying, I'm thinking it's a fan, a really obsessed fan.
Like,
and somebody's like, that's AB that you're arguing with, right? And I was just like, no, it's
what was
not.
she saying?
I don't even remember. This was a long time ago, but I was just like, girl,
it was a while back.
Yeah, but I'm like, your music doesn't move me like that, where I'm just going to defend the things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do something that's ridiculous, I'm going to say, you know what that was? Ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We're all people. And I don't have to support nonsense.
Anybody. And it's the nature of the
even
internet.
in the nature,
the ability to give an opinion, so people will.
Yeah.
But I want to say something controversial.
Go ahead.
Because, can I say that I don't like how people, he's not canceled, have attempted to cancel Chris Brown. Like, I don't like that.
I did cancel Chris Brown in my mind, but then that fucking, what song is that?
What song?
Came out with Drake.
I'm not really, like, into his music.
No,
it wasn't that hard for me to be like,
trips that you plan for the next week. What is it?
I know what song you're talking about. But I don't know the name
that
of
came out, and I was just like, oh no, I like that song.
But to me, it's been so long, and the person that he offended against has forgiven him, and I haven't heard no one said anything about him like continuing to like beat women, and no one's came out and said that he's like.
I mean, the stuff with Karuchi though was kind of weird.
It was weird.
I mean,
very
like
stalkerish,
this is now your second restraining order against a girlfriend. That's peculiar. That's why I can continue to say something in the water ain't clean. Mm-hmm. But also, I firmly believe that Chris Brown is a crackhead. So you really
he probably is.
I mean, who else do you know who be doing flips like that just for nothing? A crackhead will do it for a rock.
He's just very energetic.
You can't keep that energy. Chris Brown is the same age as me. If you ask me to do a flip right now, I can flip you off. I can't do no flip.
Nope.
Yeah, no, it ain't natural. That is 100% powered by crack cocaine. So in light of that, you can't really be as mad, because it's just like crackhead gonna do what a crackhead gonna do.
Yeah, but I just don't think we should, because it's like, when does somebody ever have the chance to redeem themselves? Like, that was so long ago, and like,
it was, but at the same time,
but why do you have to cancel? Like, if that bothers you so much, then you personally don't listen to his music. Why do you have to like go on a campaign to cancel him?
I guess it's not so much that he has not visibly changed. My bad. It's it's mine. I was trying to because the comments aren't coming up on mine, but it's not so. I'm not saying he has to now be an altar boy. Mm-hmm. He has to be just the poster child for doing the right thing now. It's more so he does not seem as though he's changed, and it does not seem as though he's repentant because he hasn't changed. Because I know for myself, there are things that I do that I'm not proud of. Mm-hmm. And I can recognize and say, hey, this is something shitty that I do. I'm probably not going to change, but I at least can see, yeah, this is shitty, and I feel bad when I'm doing it.
I mean...
namely smoking cigarettes.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, look, Rihanna's moved on. Like, so who you don't
Yeah, that does make it a little bit harder, but at the same time...
no one's everyone has done things that probably look really bad to, like in some people's eyes. Like, should you be like, you shouldn't be able to have a job anymore, or like shunned forever? Not
shunned forever, but at the same time, I can kind of see how, if you are a survivor of abuse, how you might take that a different way. It's like, yeah, okay, Rihanna forgave him, but I still remember how I felt when my abuser was doing such and such to me. Like, it is, but you're still entitled to that opinion, though. It's just like, if I loved Chris Brown and then I found out he was an abuser, and I'm coming to this knowledge with prior experience of having been abused, then that's going to affect me differently.
That's true.
It is, and it's not. That's what everybody decides to do. Just like in that same scenario, if I decide not to forgive my accuser or my abuser, and everybody around me does, that doesn't mean shit. I don't give a fuck. Y'all forgave him. He didn't hit you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's, he didn't... Chris Brown only beat up Rihanna and potentially Karuchi, which is what I believe.
You think so?
I do.
She's never said it, though.
I don't think that's the type... She doesn't want that to be her story.
I guess.
Like Rihanna was able to combat that because she already had everything else going for her. Like, Karuchi is on Claws, and that's it.
She don't do music or something?
Mm-mm. Oh. She might model, but I haven't seen it, but I want to. If it's on,
The
is it on
Closet's
Hulu?
a good show. Yeah.
Start. Okay, but that's all that she really has going for her. She's an actress. And once you become, the poster child for a certain thing, that's what you are.
That's true.
Like if Rihanna was less talented, had done less after she had been in that situation, then she would have always been the girl that Chris Brown beat up. And it's about changing the narrative. So I'm sure that if Karrueche got hit by him, she was just like, you know what?
That happened and we're going to move on.
Right. I'm dipping out. I'm about to give me a big ass boyfriend. And because crackheads won't do what they won't do is fight. They sit there and they analyze just like, all right, if I smoke twice, I could maybe take him, but I'm checking my pocket and I ain't got enough. So that's all right. You got it, big fella. But next time, you just wait till I smoke. You wait till I catch my plug. But that's my opinion in any case. It's just the way that he acts now is not somebody who is never going to abuse again. No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't get in a relationship with Chris Brown.
I smell what crack smells like before. I don't want to smell that no more.
Sounds crazy. So I don't
But
want
also
that
you have to consider full disclosure, I went to an all-girls school, so Chris Brown was a big deal.
A big deal. Okay.
I remember, I want to say 9th grade, the librarian every morning would read off birthdays, and May 15th, maybe May 5th, May 15th, whenever his birthday is, she was like, and today's birthday, Chris Brown. Like somebody slipped that in there.
Put Chris Brown.
Basically. So Chris Brown was a big deal. So
yeah.
Me and my friend would talk about him almost daily because again, it was 9th grade and I was like 12 in 9th grade. So I was extra allowed to be goofy. I definitely had some fantasies about kissing Chris Brown on a Ferris wheel.
That's crazy. You can admit that.
I can.
We all had our crazy fantasies about weird stuff.
I can.
I'm not going to say it though.
I mean, to this day, like if Lloyd wanted me to lay my head down in his pillow, I would do it. But with Chris Brown, it's like I believe that he was either abused by his mother's boyfriend or he saw his mother being abused by her boyfriend. And that traumatizes people as well. But you would think that with that background, you would say, hey,
I shouldn't do it. But
I shouldn't do it, and I'm going to advocate, in fact. Like, it doesn't even have to be
like
some true
one way that it could go. Because sometimes how do I explain it? It's like sometimes even though you see how disgusting it is and you don't want to like repeat a behavior, if that's all you know,
that's
sometimes
true.
when you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have any other choice, you're like, I have to do something. You revert back to like what it is even though you don't want it.
That's 100% true. That's why cigarettes have me in their grasp once again. Man,
back at it again.
And that's 100%. I was flying, and as a flight attendant, you can't do nothing. You cannot partake of very much. So you can't drink during the day, obviously. And what else can you do while you're waiting?
Not even like a beer.
Nothing. Not one. Well. Nah, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it because it's just like if I fly and I get randomly tested.
Oh, they do.
They sure will. They sure do.
Ooh.
They'll walk up to you as you're about to get onto the jet bridge. Pee. So yeah. So I couldn't do anything else except smoke cigarettes. So that's what I did, and now I've stopped flying, but I'm still stuck.
But to me, the worst part about cancel culture or like call out culture is that it makes us more on emotions and less on facts. We need to operate
less
on
rationality
facts.
for
yes, sure. Less rational. We just jump on things without trying to hear both sides or hear the facts of it and then make a educated determination of what happened. Like just think about what was it a few years ago with that? It was New York Times or the Washington Post did that story about like the one of those like elite schools where it was like a whole team like raped this girl and it turns out that the whole thing was made up.
Was that Duke?
I think it was Duke, the lacrosse team, Duke lacrosse team. It was the whole thing was made up because the investigator was like, I just want to believe the victim, and she didn't cross check anything and just published the story and think about it. Like, not even that it's just rape allegations. Like, any type of allegation that someone made against you, even though it came back as, like, not true, that is still looming over you. You know there's people who aren't going to believe it. They're just going to be like, well, I think they did it. They just got off because they're with Duke or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's...
Like,
I appreciate that she was like, I believe this woman. because enough women aren't believed, but at the same time, you still have to do your due diligence.
She can say, I believe you, now let me investigate before I publish the story.
Right, because like, what's his name? Rowan, the guy who's been really instrumental with the Me Too and finding out about Harvey Weinstein and...
A guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a purporter. Rowan... help me, Google.
Help me learn the answer.
I was trying to figure out the other day what the other member of NSYNC was. Ronan Farrow. Yeah, but he has been really instrumental in discovering more about the Me Too scandals, and he's done his due diligence, which is what I appreciate. It's like, you're not just going to go
just accusing and like believing any and everything that someone tells you. But
then too, there's been kind of it's controversial the way that some of the people have come to give their stories, like they were possibly paid. But I can almost understand that, almost.
But let's bring it back to the anime world. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
My Shield Hero and what was that one? Goblin Slayer. Like, I was like stunned to learn that people were legit like, cancel those shows. Those shows shouldn't get a second season. Do you know why? Because Goblin Slayer didn't have, I suppose it didn't have a disclaimer before it showed, like, I guess kind of like a rape scene, like where Goblin was like raping someone, and they didn't have a disclaimer. And then in Shield Hero, the main character like owned a slave, and like the slave ended up becoming like his friend or something, and then like a woman lied and said that the Shield Hero raped him, and so everyone believed her, and then it came out that like it finally came to light that she lied. So they're saying like just by having that character and that storyline in Shield Hero is like is negative, and it's saying that like it's like perpetrating rape culture or something, because that was her storyline in there. And I'm just like, these are ridiculous. Like, that's...
We also have to think that we're looking within our American lens through this particular perspective. Whereas in Japan, they got some shit going in Japan.
A lot of stuff.
After we dropped the nukes on Japan, then anything that happened as a result of that, you really can't... It's not on them. But they have been doing a bunch of hentai shit since, like, the 1500s. It's...
But my thing is, that's just ridiculous. You're going to cancel the whole show because they didn't have a disclaimer, like... Or because they had a character who had a storyline that you didn't like or something like you're what you're saying is that women and men don't lie about things like getting raped, and we all know
they do.
Yeah, everyone is telling the truth, and that was just one storyline out of many in this entire anime, and I feel like it's not bad because she was believed at first. Everyone believed her at first. Like nobody was doubting her story. We all believe her. We're all gonna like stand up for her, and like, and then it only came out afterwards. Like, like there had to be proof, evidence that it came out. Like that what she said happened couldn't have possibly happened. And then it wasn't like all of a sudden they just one day stopped believing her. Like, it's just like they did it in such a good way too. Like to me, it was just ridiculous. Like both of those things were ridiculous. But however, I do think, I guess you're right. They should have a disclaimer. Like maybe you can just make that point without having to cancel it. Like,
you telling me that, I'm glad that you let me know.
Yeah, they should have a disclaimer. You're right.
For that to have popped up on me unawares, that would have discomforted me highly.
People who don't read the manga, like they should have had a disclaimer. But you can have a disclaimer without saying, no, we have to cancel it.
Yeah. Because canceling it doesn't give it opportunity to grow.
Yeah, like everyone
That's
makes
my one true complaint about cancel culture, because with people like Azealia Banks, who's been canceled time out of time, I want to believe that she can still grow and become a better person. However, I'm not certain, but that's what I would like to believe. And when you cancel somebody, you say that, nope, the person that you were is the person that you will always be, and you're not allowed to grow or get better or do anything else. You're just always going to be that one fuck up in your life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you have a pattern of fuck ups, then it's like, something that my mother said is that she would leave me to my own devices one time. Like, she would keep on helping me with certain things. But if I kept doing the same silly shit over and over again, after a certain point, she would leave me to my own devices. With Azealia Banks, she's on her own. She got enough crazy people following her on Twitter that can defend her. Me, I shall save my breath for other
Yeah,
things.
she didn't want your not lime juice.
She didn't want my lime advice.
She did not. She's like, I want my closet to be nice and dirty and smelly.
Sticky, full of blood. That's right.
Chicken blood and guts and stuff.
And I don't practice Santeria, but I don't think that that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't think you're supposed to leave it. I think maybe
you're supposed to clean it up.
Or have a spot.
I'm pretty sure they involve lime, but what do I know? My bad. My God. But yeah. Hello, Anthony. So yeah, with call out culture though, that's just kind of just, I'm not necessarily saying that you're canceled, I'm never gonna buy your shit again, hope you die in prison. It's more so just saying, here's your behavior, fix that shit.
That's what I think it should be, but
yeah,
honestly it goes too far.
Yeah.
And then people are trying to cancel everything. It's like, I can't be outraged about everything.
My dad says if I'm outraged by everything or if I protest everything, I'm going to end up cold, hungry, and naked.
Yeah.
And yeah, but at the same time, for every business that I say I'm not going to support, there's another business. We live in America. It's capitalism.
Is it though? Like you said, you're not going to
for certain
Amazon.
things. I mean, theoretically,
they have a lot of businesses.
Theoretically, I would like to not support Amazon, but I love getting my packages that next day. Mm-hmm. But you do have to pick and choose. Yes. But I like to try to at least choose, for the most part, the greater good. Like Amazon probably cancels out all the other little decisions that I make, but I haven't purposely bought Chick-fil-A in a long time.
I have.
It's mostly like it was before I was still buying it when they said that they weren't supportive of gay marriage, because I was like, I'm not going to get gay married. What that got to do with me? And I recognize that's a very callous attitude to have. That's very selfish. But at the same time, like I don't want to get straight married, honestly. So what that got to do with me?
And in this scenario, it doesn't got nothing to do with you.
It don't. But then they said the Blue Lives Matter, and I was like, well, hell, the chicken's not that good. It is, but. They did, yeah. And I just, that's why I was like, and plus I only want Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. And I love the Lord. But sometimes it's like that I love me more, word to Lupe. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I be wanting to eat. I don't think that's wrong. I understand that Sunday is the Lord's day of rest, but really, technically, it's Saturday. That's the Sabbath.
It is technically, to me, like
Sunday after church, all I want is some waffle fries and the Chick-fil-A sauce.
I don't know. To me, it's like religion should be personal. Like, what do you have to like? But I guess whoever owns Chick-fil-A, I guess you
get to it's your business, it's your rules.
Yeah, you get to close.
So it's your business, your rules. I don't have to patronize you. Mm-hmm. I don't have to give you my money. I don't have to do anything but stay black and die, and pay taxes and get these jokes off. And really, if I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna get these jokes off. Like, that's really my main goal in life, honestly.
Okay. Let's move on to a new subject. The main topic is Baby Yoda, the Mandalorian. Yoda. I keep messing up sometimes and say Baby Yoga. That's terrible.
I have not seen the Mandalorian. From what I understand, is basically Boba Fett's race. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, but they don't really see. The thing is, I think they made it for people who aren't like Star Wars fans, because they don't ever really go into the backstory of the Mandalorian. Okay. Not too much. They explain enough, like through dialogue between characters, that you just kind of like, I get it. I feel later on they will continue to dive deep into that, so won't feel like totally lost.
Yeah. Well, I saw a meme that said that was just pointing out the similarities between Baby Yoda and a gremlin pre-water. Damn. And it was just like when you have the same mom but different dads.
I can't unsee it. Oh but my God.
It was just like when you have the same mom but different dads. And that was like, well, that implies that there's some short, big-eared, big-eyed creature out here interspecies seducing
all kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's distressing to me. That's more distressing than anything.
Gremlins
it's just
universe and the Star Wars universe are connected.
Like, y'all just can't keep your hands off of this this creature, or I don't get it. But how are you the captain, Terrence?
Where do you see that comment?
On the
You like this thing?
Yeah, that thing.
He's the captain.
I don't see how he is.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, but I'm driving the boat. I mean, I don't get Baby Yoda. I think it's cute. It's cute for sure, but
He's super cute.
That then makes me wonder why they took all the GIFs down.
It's a GIF. I swear to God.
We can go. We can fight to the death. Pick up your weapon. Come on.
Lightsaber it out. It's GIF. You're canceled. We cancel you on Twitter.
I mean, I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't care. It's GIF because it looks better. It feels better in my mind than saying GIF.
GIF.
And people are like, it's not the peanut butter, and I'm just like, so words mean anything. I could decide that pepper is slang for penis, and y'all would.
Oh my God! Do you want to pull up the merchandise?
I do want to pull up the merchandise. How do we screen share?
And he'll figure it out. I think you just pull it up on there, and then.
Oh wait, the other
take care of the rest.
program.
What does the Discord say?
It's still up. I'm not clicking it. I don't know how to do it. I don't care what the creator says.
He said it's pronounced GIF.
I don't care. Words are all made up.
No, wait. So you're right, GIF.
Oh wait. Oh,
you're right. You're right.
I would pull it up in the browser.
Wrong. I'm wrong. So yeah, just pull up the merchandise. You guys have to see the Baby Yoga merchandise. Like what
yoga?
The fuck? I said Baby Yoga. That should be a thing somehow. Baby Yoda merchandise. Like Disney, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they thought the Mandalorian wasn't going to be popular or Baby Yoda wasn't going to be popular. They have no merchandise, no plushies, no t-shirts, no phone cases.
They have the ugliest t-shirts. Like it's just like
McDonald's kids toys.
It's like a screenshot from a scene.
Yeah, they threw up
and
some
they
stuff
put it on
now.
a t-shirt.
They threw it up, and it's like a paint. You'll see. It's like a Microsoft.
It's not
paint.
cute.
Give us 1 second.
It's up. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Technology, y'all.
It comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, Groot. Look at Groot. Let's. They could have done so much.
Yeah, Groot is a nice plushie, but there's at the moment, I don't think there's an official plushie. I think it's just someone who was like, let me capitalize.
Yeah.
Fill the void.
But at the same time, Disney is a multi-million-dollar conglomerate. And the fact that... yeah, hey, somebody
like
getting
Beyonce
fired.
Clip.
hey, somebody getting fired. Yes.
Fired.
Yes, because they dropped the ball. But as Sailor pointed out earlier... This is not the first time that this has happened. They did the same thing for Frozen.
Yep.
And look at how Frozen
no McDonald's toys, nothing waiting in the wings. Like they missed out so much money from Frozen. So
and it's not as though they can't recoup it.
Yeah, they definitely recouped it.
But at the same time, it's like, why is it that y'all don't recognize your own brand's power?
Yeah.
Like you know that
merch for everything.
Right. It's a bunch of millennials right now who are. Let's get back to those GIFs who GIFed the fuck out of this, and y'all went and took it down over some intellectual property type shit.
Oh yeah, you're right. You said that they took all the Disney GIFs away just because I guess they
and
thought
then put
they were
them
like
back.
Prince or something like we no one can have it but us. It's ridiculous. How you gonna copyright a GIF?
And your customer base is going to do most of your propaganda for you. I'm sorry, most of your advertising for you.
Illuminati, they run the world. But yeah, like that's how advertisement and marketing goes nowadays. It's from influencers, from people on social media just organically spreading things, and you're gonna take away the one thing that we have.
Right.
We can't make a meme now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so but I'm not on the Disney bandwagon in any case. I just let's talk about this Disney Plus.
So Disney Plus. At first, if you guys remember last show, I was like, "There's no way I'm getting it. I'm not buying it." Like literally the day it came out.
I knew she was gonna get it. I knew in my heart.
I got it. So what? Don't judge me. I'm a hypocrite. Whatever.
No, it's not so much she's a hypocrite as much as you got kids, and them kids. Like if I had children, if I was still teaching, I'd be all over some Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. Only because like I can turn on. I can't think of anything that children watch now, but. You know,
whatever the kids watch.
Yeah, whatever the youth are into nowadays. Put on one episode, let me get some grading done. Shut up, watch the TV. Like, Y'all knew you liked it when the teacher wheeled that TV in.
Hell yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Bill Nye the Science Guy Day.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't care. We're just watching something, whatever.
Right. But for me, like I don't have a need for Disney Plus. So even if it's like $5.83 to start off with, and then $7.99 coming up after a year or whatever.
And they have some new bundle where you get Hulu.
Hulu, yeah. But I already have Hulu, so it's just like not worth it. I want to say that I saw something for Hulu for like $1.99 a month for a year.
Damn, they trying to get you.
They trying to get these people in there.
Trying and get them hooked. Hulu needs better originals, in my opinion.
They do, anyway. But they have pretty good ones. Every so often, like Penis was good actually.
Penis, what the fuck?
It's these adult women playing their 7th grade selves.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's somehow they managed to be just as awkward as 7th graders, and it's just like this is embarrassing but also highly relatable.
Yeah, you know what?
And it's like set in like 2002.
Why? Like just cause?
I mean, in 2002, I would have been technically, I think, in like 6th grade. So it's just like it just feels very real, and it's just like, oh God, oh fuck, oh man, this is too close to home. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't go back for the life of me. Oh my God, no. Whew.
Okay, but
yeah.
Disney Plus overall, okay, it has a nostalgia factor. Brings back, like, especially for the Marvel section, any like type of show they ever had that ever existed. The Magic School Bus.
The Magic School Bus?
That's not on Disney. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you spelled magic.
Because it was
like
on.
You're talking about something else. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah, they did a new one, which I tried to watch it. I was like, nah, it's not this. This is
yeah, no, I need Lily Tomlinson's voice actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's why it didn't click.
Yeah. Yeah, but some things that like the nostalgia factor for me,
it's over.
I can watch certain Disney movies every 5 years on a cycle really and be fine. Like I saw Mulan, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. I'm good for another 3. Mm-hmm. I've got, Be a Man. It's in my head, so I'm good. Yes. With all the strength of a great tycoon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't need that in my life. And it's not worth it to me only because like I've already got everything else, and it's like I'm going to shell out another $5-6 for cartoons.
And you know what upsets me? Like part of the reason why I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get Disney Plus because I just didn't have the opportunity to go to the movies a lot this year. None of the movies that came out this year are on Disney Plus. So there's no Aladdin, there's no Lion King. I guess no Toy Story 4. I guess we have to wait until next year. But it's just like, what was the point? Like, what was the point? Like, this year you dropped so many live action movies, like so much material. If you were going to drop Disney Plus, you should have dropped all that with it. Like, so now I'm like, I don't want to wait. That was it was my adult motivation for getting it to catch up on all these movies, and now you
that would have been some impetus for me because I do want to see the new Aladdin. That's the only one I want to see. I don't care about Beauty and the Beast. I don't care about Cinderella.
Beauty and the Beast is on there because I think it came out in 2018, so it's on there.
I still don't care.
Anything that came out this year, it's not on
that
there.
Does seem like that seems like a waste because it's just like you could have grabbed so many more people.
Just by having those things.
Yeah, because I don't never go to the movies.
They don't want to cannibalize their DVD sales, but come on,
I mean, DVDs, though, we know that that's not the future.
It's not the future. Like, who even has a DVD player now?
I do, but I don't use it.
Like, really?
Like, I think I have 3 DVDs. I think I have Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
All these DVDs. You're just over shitting on his DVD collection.
I mean, not purposely. Like, that's not my thing. Like, I have books. But I don't collect movies because it's like I gotta pick one or the other.
Yeah.
When it's time to move again, I would rather pack up a bunch.
All them books. It's heavy as fuck.
Books are heavy as fuck, but you put them in a suitcase. That's the trick.
Wheel them out.
Yeah.
That's real smart.
Yeah, and you get those boxes that are like built like closets, like wardrobe boxes.
Oh.
The only reason I know about that is because my granny is a clothes horse, and I get it. I get it honest, so I have a lot of clothes right now that I'm dealing with. And yeah, I'm not actually gonna move, but I'm getting like wood floors and stuff in my apartments, new appliances, new lights, upgrades. Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Very excited about it, but I was like, I don't want to bring in a bunch of old junk to a new apartment, even though I think I'll have been there like 5 years now. But I'm just like, I just want to, purge and make sure everything's clean and shiny and nice. But yeah,
that's not worth it. And then let's be honest, I'm gonna give my real opinion about the Mandalorian. Do I like the Mandalorian? Yes. Is it strange that it's only 30 minutes? Yes, because you're so used to like these originals being like an hour, so it's only 30 minutes. But is it very Disney? Yes, they have Disney-fied the hell out of it. So I like it. It's good for what it is, but sometimes it just gets on my nerves. Like this, like the fact that pew, 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 everybody's getting shot with the main character, and like even if he does get shot, he's like he can be back up, but he shoots somebody once and they're like dead or whatever, and like he's escaping escaping all these impossible situations, and even a spoiler alert, you guys. This last episode that came out, episode 4. Like, really, we're already, like, doing these, like, overdone plots already. Like, they come to a village, the villagers are being attacked. They realize that the Mandalorian and, like, his partner are like, there's no way we can defeat, like, even though we're great. Like, this is, like, a whole horde of people, and one of those little, like, walkie things. Like, those, like, giant things that were, like, walking, like, shoot.
I know what they're called, but I don't.
Yeah, they had one of those too, so they're like, oh, fuck it, you guys got to get out and leave. Like,
I really nearly called it an ent right now, like from Lord of the Rings. That's definitely not what it's called. I was like, maybe that's what it's called.
Oops. No.
Sorry, guys.
You know what I'm talking about.
We're not very good nerds.
But you know where the plot goes from here. So they're like, well, what if we teach the villagers how to fight for themselves? Really, nigga? Like,
and at
a day, one day, the villagers somehow became like good shots and good, like, hand-to-hand combat enough to like beat. I don't know if the people who were attacking the village were necessarily like the best soldiers ever, but they seen some fights, like you know what I mean? Like,
it's just like, so y'all got whooped by
some random villagers who learned how to fight for one day. Like, come on, like Disney. Like,
at least in Mulan and their fighting scene, we knew that shit was going on for some weeks.
Yes. At least they trained for 4 weeks.
Right. It made sense. It was just like, yeah, he made a man out of her.
And it's just like, damn, we're on episode 4. You're already like doing these overused plots. It's like, I'm going to keep watching it, yeah. Because, and you know what? A lot of it has to do with Baby Yoda. Because his cuteness. And then that's the one intriguing factor about it, is that you're kind of wondering, like, what happened to, like, didn't the original Yoda, he died or some shit? Like, whatever. I think he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Original Yoda is like dead or whatever.
I mean, he's old as dirt.
Yeah. But apparently, like, Baby Yoda is
like 50.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck are you 50? It's like,
I mean, I guess it's like Yoda to me always seemed like a turtle creature. So that kind of makes sense. You could easily be like 250 years old and still be hobbling around.
Yeah. And
be like a young 50, like actually a hobbit.
Yeah.
A hobbit, yeah. That's why I wanted to call it an ent.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a second. Mm-hmm. Is Star Wars just Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
In space?
Kind of. Like the whole story of Star Wars.
You heard it here first.
If you think about it, it's not really like that original of a story.
Well, nothing is original. You always have your archetypes, you have your everyman story and things like that. But wow, that really just floored me just now.
I like had a whole epiphany.
I really did. I feel like I need to lay down for 45 minutes.
But in space.
Even
with their like costumes and stuff. And this is the part that I don't get about Star Wars. Okay, we have all of this like new technology where we're doing hyperdrive and going throughout the galaxy, but then you go to the planets and people are like living like it's the Middle Ages or something.
Yeah,
like their clothes, they're not like fabric. Like they're not.
It's not like high tech
man-made fabric. It looks like back to basics, like animal pelts and cotton and shit.
With like Tatooine, then that's a desert planet, so that makes sense where you'd have something loose and flowy. But it's like the rest of the place, it's like where's the Star Trek uniforms?
Yeah,
and shit?
Where's all the high tech stuff?
Yeah. I mean, like,
I thought that was just so weird.
Padme had her elaborate ass costumes, but that's more so as a show of like, not monarchy, but royalty.
I think maybe it's to make it feel like a Western kind of. I think they were trying to evoke that too.
It's a Star Wars is like a spaghetti Western.
Yes.
Soap opera.
Oh. Yeah, I got some comments. Terrence says that he still has Fantasia 2000 on the VHS.
On the VHS?
And it says he got bored watching the newest version of Aladdin. I heard that too. And then it says, I want to see a movie on Yoda's life before he attained the Force.
That would be interesting.
I in fact have a theory about the Force and Yoda, especially Yoda's in general, because I think Yoda is his name.
It's his name, but I don't think he's a Yoda.
I don't know what.
But also, when is the Mandalorian set?
Oh, it's after everything, like the Empire.
Okay,
is gone.
Then yeah.
So, I have a theory about that. I think that there really isn't like a whole bunch of like Yodas out there, and I think that there is some type of religious cult, or like just religion in general that is surrounding like the Force. Like that's how it all started out, as the Force, and then it became like Jedis and stuff.
Yeah,
that grew from that. So
like I think they were the original guardians of the Force.
Yeah, there's a cult around it, and then there's only ever like maximum. I'm gonna say, even though I feel like there's only one Yoda at a time, there could be like at least 2 Yodas at a time.
Okay.
And whenever.
Well, I mean, they had to procreate some kind of way.
Yeah, but it's
unless
like
it's like
magic-y and stuff. So maybe
it could be kind of a like some animals can reproduce asexually.
It could be. We don't know how.
Maybe Yoda just laid an egg and was like, "All right, I'll catch you."
Yeah, we know nothing about Yoda.
Yeah,
is Yoda even a guy or is it a female? We don't know. Think about it. How do we really know that? We don't really know that.
We don't. He doesn't have any sexual characteristics that are obvious. It could be that.
So I think there's one Yoda at any given time, and he's the one who like spreads
like a phoenix.
The good news. Yeah, spreads the good news of the Force and like teaches it and everything. And then once he dies, a new Yoda is born, and like the cult like protects that Yoda over like however long it takes for it to mature. Obviously, it takes a while.
Yeah,
baby Yoda is 50. Because think about it. Well, you didn't watch it, but in the spoiler alert once again in the show in the first episode where the Mandalorian is like sent out, like there's actually a bounty placed on Baby Yoda. So he goes out like to get Baby Yoda, and there's people like protecting him. Like, who are those people protecting the Baby Yoda?
Well, then too, you have to consider Baby Yoda is terribly cute, and it's the nature of humans just in general.
Bond with like
something cute and vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you can't take care of yourself. Come over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let the Empire
as opposed to maybe
you.
Necessary. Oh, you have a bounty on your head. I'll shelter you from it.
But he made sure to get that money though first.
I ain't mad.
He turned him in, got the money, got his armor, and said, "You know what? Go back for me." It's like I ain't giving back none of this money or armor.
Right.
Though,
I mean, I did what I was supposed to do.
I mean, shit. Like I brought him to you. Now I'm stealing them back. So.
I'm so tired of being. It's not even sick. It's just cough. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And then Terrence, you say that Yoda attained the Force. It kind of appears as though Yodas are born with the Force, and
I could see that also
because Baby Yoda used the Force, but it weakened him substantially.
Just I remember the scenes of watching Luke train with Yoda, and it's just like Yoda don't seem like this shit is really even hard for him. He's just like, there is no try, nigga. Just do.
Only do.
Right. Just do it. And I could, as a teacher, as a former teacher, sometimes it's hard to teach somebody else something that just seems so intrinsic to you.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I mean, you do it this way. Mm-hmm. You're having difficulty. What do you mean? You just do it.
What do you mean? Like, duh. Why can't you do it?
Sometimes, and you have to be very patient as a teacher, which is part of why I suppose that Yoda talks the way he does. Because sometimes you gotta to keep yourself from whooping on a kid, just talk a different way. I remember one time I told a child that she was about to awaken my wrath. She's like, "What does that mean?" It's like, "Would you like to find out?" No, actually.
Bruh, my son be like, sometimes I just have to walk away. Like, when we first got this little puzzle thing, and you be like, no, that's the edge piece. You don't go in the middle of the board. Like, you just have to just walk out. Be like, you know what? He gonna figure it out. Let me just walk off.
Yeah, that's all you can do. It's just like, I'm not gonna...
eventually, but it's just at the beginning.
My good blood pressure, I'm gonna raise that over this shit.
Like, away, like...
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I mean, overall, I'm still gonna. Oh, one more thing. Disney Plus called themselves doing something new and great by releasing Mandalorian 1 week at a time.
That I'm not with.
I'm
like whenever Netflix does that with certain things, I'm just like, why?
No.
Why?
That's part of the old world. We're in the new world where we binge shit.
I feel like they did that for something.
Yeah, maybe they did it for something. I don't remember what. I think
it wasn't House of Cards. It was something though, and I was just like, I can't live my life this way.
No, waiting and stuff like
gross.
Let me binge it. Watch it on my own time.
And that's part of it. It's like the whole part of streaming is that I can watch it when I want to. And if I can't watch it when I want to, I don't want to watch it.
But I did read an article about it. Apparently, it's working really great for Disney. Like, their numbers are like more people keep subscribing on. The viewership rises every week that they release the episode. There's more and more people watching it. So they're gonna keep doing it because it's working for them. But I hate it though. I hate it with passion.
So we're halfway through the season on The Mandalorian, but the last episode will be on the 27th of December.
So that means there's only 8 episodes? Oh, I hate these short seasons for stuff. Like American Horror Story did it too. 9 episodes. Why are you using an odd number of episodes? I'm just like do like things that like makes me upset.
In my opinion though, shorter seasons are more effective because when you drag it out, it's like, what are you really accomplishing?
But it was 9 episodes. Why could it be 8 or 10 or 12
Keep your ass on that hook.
Even number.
That cliffhanger.
Why 9? Why 9? Why 9? Like that's something about the fact that it was 9 episodes. Like
I don't know because I didn't indulge in that.
Just think about it. Any show you really like ending on 9. Doesn't that not bother you?
That would bother me now that I think about it.
9 episodes. Like, because I was legit waiting for the 10th episode. I was like, "It's gonna be a 10th." Oh
no! You know what? I think that Big Mouth had 9.
Ooh,
and it was disgusting. I was just like,
disturbing. Where's the 10th episode? You're so used to it being that way. You're like, why would you come out with 9? I can see 8. I can see 6. I can see 4. I can even see 2. But like,
yeah, because like Letterkenny has 6 episodes per season, but I feel like because it's so spare and sparse that they're able to do a lot more with it.
That is true. It moves things away faster.
Yeah, and a lot of British series do it that way as well, and they're always like The Office. The British version of The Office was a force. The American version of The Office was just it got clunky after a while because it's like y'all don't know when to quit.
They trying to get every dollar. That's the American thing.
Yeah,
they trying to capitalize and get as
so
much as they can.
I can respect a short season, but I don't have to like it.
But I think it just can't end on odd numbers. See, look at Black Mirror. You fucked up. It's only 3 episodes. Maybe if you had 4, it would have turned out better. Like,
you know, and past season of Black Mirror. What was that? 5 or 6?
I think it's season
5. And it was the Miley Cyrus episode.
Yeah, that was trash. Trash.
It was the guy in the car, right?
Michael, what are you talking about? They cannot the Valentine's Day episode.
Oh yeah, for Big Mouth.
Oh,
that don't make it right. That don't make it better.
So what?
I didn't like that shit.
Can we count special ways? We only count one way and one way only.
Right. Like if you want to release a special episode, release a special episode. Don't give me the next season's first episode. That's some cheating. That ain't right. It ain't right. But yeah, I would rather a short season than a long season unless it's an anime, in which case you give me every episode.
Yeah, I need all the backstory.
Every backstory.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. How old was Yoda? But we don't know how old Yoda was before he died. You gotta wait till next week when Nova comes back. I'm sure she knows.
She probably knows.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't be watching
we're not
this.
into Star Wars like that.
And I tried. I watched all the movies. I was just like, I guess.
That's not your thing. But now that you think about it,
as Lord of the Rings in space, that might be my impetus for real. That might just drag me right back in because now I'm be like, hobbits, orcs.
We have another crazy question here.
Elves. What's up?
Do y'all think anime is dying? Bitch, what? No.
This new generation of anime is different for sure, but when you compare, like when you go back to like the Speed Racers,
I know I try to watch the Speed Race,
the Trigun, the Sailor Moon, just going throughout the years, the decades rather, from let's say like the 60s to now, anime has changed a lot.
It has. Oh my god.
And will continue to change, especially as animation styles continue to grow.
That's
and
the exciting thing is the animation styles.
That is because now, like, the real reason I really want to get into Demon Slayer is that I heard that the fights are awesome.
I would have never thought to like that it could even like that was even a possibility like to do it that way. Like it looks cool.
And it's
nice.
And that's coming from like people who read the manga. We can die on this hill. It can be GIF and it can be manga, is what it can be.
Well, technically,
don't you technically me. It's like people who read it have said that the fight scenes are just as good animated as they are in their head, and I feel like that is A1 compliment because you're already sitting there like trying to move your eyes real fast.
That's my headphones, everything.
Trying to move your eyes fast across the page and shit.
I just hear back and forth looking crazy as fuck.
You trying to do the most to try to imagine this fight scene. You like, boy, I know this shit is flames.
Really trying, like,
and then you get to see it.
Cannot figure these out.
No, I couldn't work it earlier. I was just like, this shit won't.
Oh, I got my hair on.
Yeah, you all in there.
We're gonna figure it out.
It's all right.
There we go. See.
But I would read something like go to watch and it's just like this is trash.
That's not how I had it.
Oh, 1 second, you guys. Just 1 moment. Hey, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you back. Do you have one of my keys though?
I remember last episode I was answering the phone. Everything.
Okay, I was just making sure. But I'll call you back.
Anyway,
all right.
Yoda is over 900 years old. Here's a quote: "When 900 years old," I gotta do it in the Yoda voice. Nah, I can't commit. Okay. Let me try.
I would just say the words.
Yeah, let me just say it. Okay.
The actual voice.
When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. Yoda, Return of the Jedi. So he said he was over 900 years old. So I think that they're like around for like maybe like
1,000 years, maybe?
Yeah, 1,000 or maybe like 2,000 years. Then they die, and then the new Yoda rises up and propagates the Force.
You gonna say?
Who knows? I guess we'll find out. They even tell us this season, because I know they probably want to make it more than 1 season, so maybe they'll stretch it out.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Did you see Frozen? Frozen 2?
Yeah, I did. Oh my God.
I want to say that I used to be a teacher, and the fact that I avoided watching the first Frozen is a badge of honor to me. So having not seen the second Frozen, please give it to us.
Okay, guys. So let me get my review of Frozen 2, and just because I'm not sure if I can help it or not, I'm just going to assume there's spoilers, so warning. So, yeah, Frozen 2... You don't really have to have seen like the first Frozen or even like remember it, because they talk about it so much in like Frozen 2. You kind of get the point. Like, okay, yeah, Elsa had powers that no one knew about. She kept it a secret. She froze the kingdom, unfroze it, blah, 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 whatever. They're here now. So basically everything is cool, but Elsa hears like a voice that no one else can hear. And it's like calling her, like, there's a song called Into the Unknown, like it's literally calling her into the unknown, into like a magical forest. Basically the main plot of this movie is that Arendelle is kind of like they're little colonizers basically, so they kind of like plowed over some indigenous people by building a dam and like fucking up their lands. So as a result of that, like the enchanted forest has like a fog over it that's been there for like 34 years, and like there's people like trapped inside of it, and no one can come in and no one can come out.
Oh shit!
And the spirits are finally like getting like fed up with it, so they basically like all of there's like wind spirit, earth, water, air, like combined together like to fuck with Arendelle, like push all the people.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, basically they pushed all the people out of Arendelle. Arendelle's like really small, it's just like that little area like on like the coast, I guess. So like they pushed all the people out. They couldn't live like actually in the town of Arendelle anymore. So kind of like forcing Elsa and Anna and her boyfriend, whatever his name is, Hans, or I think his name is Hans or something like that, to like go out into the wild. So that's like the main story of Frozen 2, but it falls into the background really. I think it's just an excuse to have something for the other characters to do. That's the downfall of this movie, because Elsa's story is the main one, the actual like really interesting story. It's because she because we were always wondering like, why does Elsa have powers and no one else does, and it seems like it's weird for people to have powers anyway, but how people reacted to it. So Frozen 2, I don't want to spoil it all the way. Frozen 2 gets into that and answers it, and it's a very satisfying answer. The song's very satisfying for Elsa, and like I said, that is actually meant to be a side plot, a side story. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm kind of upset. Like I see why people don't like it, because like, what was the point of having Anna and everyone else and the indigenous people? Because it really falls so flat.
It's like you just want to focus on just
because
why does this bitch have ice powers?
That's the most, and like they should just went full force with that, and like I don't know, found some other reason for Anna and them to like accompany her, because even in the movie, like, it was good they had Anna accompany her because it helped us to feel how she was feeling. And that was like incredibly smothered by Anna. Like, Anna's always being like, you pushed me away once, and now I'm gonna be like in your fucking face all the time. We're gonna like sleep in the same bed and stuff.
Nah,
and even though it looks like you want to be by yourself, I'm gonna be there like protecting you. Even because you can see like so many times where she was literally like wanting to like go out and like venture into the woods, even get even deeper. And then here comes Anna like, Elsa, like, where are you going? Like, where are you going? Excuse me, we're supposed to be doing this together. So you kind of like. It's good that you see how it helps us to like.
Does that tie in well with like the original movie's theme of like sisterhood and?
It does, but it doesn't, because you just get the feeling even from the first one that Elsa liked being alone.
Yeah,
and it wasn't just that she had to keep her power secret, because even after her powers became a secret and everyone knew rather than go back,
I'm already accustomed to being by myself.
She was like, I'm here alone in my ice castle. Even when her sister came and was like, Elsa, it's okay, whatever, she still was like, no, I'd rather be alone. And even before the movie really kicked off in Frozen 2, you could still see her awkwardness.
Classic introvert.
With other people. Yeah.
Because it's like, I can deal with other people, but I have you
can tell she'd
not a timer,
but
it feels almost like an hourglass. It's like from about when do I get to work? Let's call it 8:24. Mm-hmm. She'll be there 8:30. Exactly. 8:24 till about I leave maybe at let's say 5:44. Mm-hmm. That's when my hourglass runs clean out. Anything past that, I don't want to interact.
That's enough.
I could, if I have to like stop for gas, okay. Get some food, okay. But if you want me to go to a whole other location, a secondary location after I've been to this primary location for the past 9 hours, impossible. I can't do it. And if I said I was going to do it early in the day, I was lying. I was lying to you.
I just wanted you to leave me alone.
It's not even that. Like I thought that I would have the energy, what some people refer to as the spoons, to be able to go and do this additional thing. It's kind of like for people with like chronic pain disorders, just where, I have enough spoons to take a shower, to clean up, to go check the mail. Mm-hmm, anything beyond that, I ain't got it. And if you ask me to expend that, then I don't have it. As a very, very, very extroverted introvert, I can deal with people. I can be out for 12 straight hours. I mean, I used to be a flight attendant. I used to be a teacher. I was doing a lot of front-facing, people-pleasing occupations. So I can do it. I don't want to. I don't want to. So I can agree with Elsa on that. It's just like, look, y'all said you wanted me to go up in this ice palace and shut myself off. Cool. I got me some books. I got this good tablet with the Wi-Fi. I'm good. As soon as I get this Grubhub ordered, fantastic.
Yeah, you could tell. And even like the words to two of her like outstanding songs, that you can see that it's just like, I'm pretending. Like one of the lyrics is like she was singing about the voice calling her. At first she's like, I'm just ignoring you. I don't hear nothing. Everything's cool here. We ain't going on no more adventures. Mm-hmm. And then towards the end of the song, she's like, are you someone like me who knows deep down I'm not really where I'm meant to be? So it's like when she said that, it kind of like, damn, like I kind of got that feeling, but she really like cemented it in the very beginning of the movie by saying that line where you're just like, damn, like, see, we all knew it. You ain't meant to be Queen of Arendelle. And then you can see when they go out
she's supposed to be Sub-Zero's girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Called it.
Right.
And even, it's good that you just gave that reference, because in the movie, like, it's almost like she's a superhero, because when she's out into the wild, she has to use her powers to like protect them from actually like the elements of the spirit. The spirits are kind of like angry and like sort of like attacking them and other people, and you can tell like from her, she's more excited by it than like afraid.
Yeah,
like so you can.
But then too, like when you're able to really use what you have for good,
for once, like to be able to use
it to really like let loose and be able to say, yeah, I'm allowed to do this, and I'm not only just doing it, but doing it to protect the people that I care about. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, y'all about to get the full force of the fury.
Yeah, so she like, I don't want to give away too much, but there's like some scenes in there where like, damn, like she should be in Marvel, not a Disney princess. Like,
I will say that you can see a lot of the similarities from Tangled in Frozen and Frozen 2.
But I'm gonna watch Tangled. That is on Disney.
You haven't seen Tangled?
No, I haven't.
I want you just to notice.
Watch that.
I want you just to when you do watch it. She sings a song when she wakes up. Mm-hmm. and lists all the details that all the activities that she goes through on a day-to-day, just to start the day off. My sister pointed out to me, and my sister will watch Tangled in Spanish. That's how far gone my sister is about this Tangled shit. But she was just like, she was singing that song, and she ain't never said she brushed her teeth.
Ooh. Ooh. It's like that. What's that GIF? And
yes. Yeah, and I was just like, oh my God, you are very correct.
Ooh.
Like, she didn't even make a hint. There was no sign of a bathroom or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
In that tower. Where was the bathroom?
Where was the bathroom? Where was you shitting, Rapunzel?
Ew. She had to probably do it and then just ooh.
Toss it out the window.
Her one
window. What if you spill?
Ooh.
What a shitty view.
Damn.
All right. Well,
but needless to say, out of 10, I would give it a solid 7, and I say it's definitely worth seeing in the movie theater, especially if you enjoyed the first one and you're just a fan of singing and songs and stuff. The songs, well, actually, the songs are good, but the Elsa's songs are the standout ones. The other ones are good.
Because it's Kristen Bell who voices her, right?
Kristen Bell does Anna. Idina Menzel, I think is how you say her name. She does Elsa, and Idina is from Broadway. She did Wicked, the green. Mm-hmm. What's her name?
I thought that was Kristen Bell too.
No, that's not Kristen Bell.
Huh?
I don't think
Chenoweth is who I'm thinking of.
I don't think she ever did Broadway.
Kristen Chenoweth. What was she? I don't know. I don't know what white women be getting up to.
It's worth seeing, but at the end. The ending is so Disney, and I'm like, see, that would have made the main plot kind of important, because there's times during the movie where I even fucking forgot. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Right. This is what I came here for.
The damn.
Yeah, this is what was important.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good. But let me go ahead and
before we continue.
Reminder. All right, we'd like to remind you that this is Aqua Team Nerd Force.
Number one in the hood, G.
Thank you. We're streaming this live in 4K on YouTube and HD on Facebook and Twitch. If you'd like to see your chat messages on screen, make your way over to the YouTube channel. We also have a phone line open if you'd like to call. It's 469-608-1886. Call us and let everyone hear your questions or comments.
All right, and y'all will really want to call in because we're about to get into this Thanksgiving discussion, this turkey talk. So, hogs. I promise you, she said hogs.
Yeah, you name it.
Dogs. Frogs. She said a lot of shit that is not actually edible.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they got it though.
They did have it. That it was present. But so let's talk food. What did you eat? What was your Thanksgiving like?
Oh, so my typical Thanksgiving is go over to my aunt's place. Normally, I don't bring shit because I can't cook nothing anyway.
I mean, I called and asked if they wanted me to bring anything. My grandma just said, "Bring yourself." And I was like, "Okay."
Or something, but I'm not the cooking person. But this year I decided to be adventurous.
Oh.
I made some jollof rice that's real popular in Nigeria and West Africa. It's basically a tomatoey rice that's spicy. And you know what? Loved it. I was like, oh my god.
You're talking about the jollof rice, but do you have any jollof rice with you?
Not right now. It's all gone. Oh, you like it?
I do.
I should have brought. Maybe I'll do it next time.
Oh, I would love that.
I'll bring it next time.
I would love that so much.
The people I finally perfected because I made it a couple times. First time I made it, it was disgusting. I figured it out.
That's always. It's just okay. I see where I've erred, and next time will be better. But that first time you just eating it just and you. For me, when I fuck up food, it's just me. I live in my house. I can't just throw it away and start over. It's just them's was my ingredients. I ain't got double. We're gonna have to figure it out next time, but we gotta eat it today. It's how can I fix it? How can I save the recipe?
But you know what? The one thing I always look forward to is macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
But I don't know who made it this year. It wasn't nasty, but I can tell you didn't make it in the oven. I can tell it was. Just I have to do my annoying self-soothe right here. It was good, but I can tell it wasn't. You didn't make it in the oven. You made it on the stove. I know you did. Whoever made it.
And that can be okay.
It was okay, but it was
it's
all
it
you
ain't
had to
baked.
do was put it in the.
That's all. Honestly,
and the oven
I don't ask for much. Me personally,
so amazing.
It does. My granny makes the best macaroni and cheese. And she actually was in the hospital this past week.
Oh, no.
And I was worried. I was like, what can I make so that, because obviously
like,
she won't be cooking.
Make the mac and cheese?
My mother was like, don't worry about it. She already cooked everything and froze it. Mm-hmm. And all we have to do is...
Look at her. She's
prepared.
Out.
Yeah, and she will stay with some macaroni in the freezer already. Mm-hmm. But just the fact that she had everything else, all the sides. Because for me, I go to both my grandma's houses. Ooh. So I go to my mom's house and I go to my dad's mom's house. So I get, turkey, greens. And I don't like collard greens. I said it and I'll say it again.
You don't like collard greens?
They're bitter to me. I'll eat them.
Yeah, they are bitter. But
I'll eat them, but I don't want them. Mustards and turnips. That's what I like. And that's what my grandma always has. Mustards and turnips. I get my macaroni and cheese. I get some ham. I might get some hot water cornbread, but probably not because I don't really rock with hot water cornbread like that. Give me a roll. And yeah, that's pretty much it. She also has salad sometimes. I don't even eat that salad. I don't want to eat no dressing. I don't fuck with dressing. I don't understand dressing.
I said so good. We don't do that turkey stuff, and that's weird. But like,
I mean, I don't like stuffing. I don't like dressing. I don't get it. It's just bread. Yeah.
But it's good. Like the way they make it is good though. You put the cranberry sauce on it. It's so good.
I ain't eat no cranberry sauce either.
I get that too every year.
I'm not because I don't understand. Like I'll eat. No, I won't. I'll drink cranberry juice.
You don't like cranberry sauce? It's sweet.
That's my thing. I don't like sweet potatoes or yams because they're sweet. Yeah, I know.
You're a savory person, I guess.
I am a savory person. You're the first person who's ever recognized that. Where I was just like,
you're a savory person.
Certain things have to be savory to me.
That goes
like
with your personality too.
That's it.
Yeah, it makes sense that you'd be a savory person.
Because I like
it's
sweets,
all coming together.
But I like sweets when it's time for sweets.
Yes,
like
not all the time.
Fruits are sweet. Vegetables are savory. The first time I had a sweet potato, I was just
because it's blending the two, but they're still good. That's the one thing I get too. They're so good. You really don't like.
I don't like that.
They're so good because they're sweet, but then like you're more of a savory person.
I'm a savory person. That's
not appealing at all.
It's not, and I want it to be, but at the same time, I'm just like sweet things when it's not supposed to be sweet throws me for a fucking loop. Mm-hmm. When you give me honey glazed carrots, I'm just like,
oh no.
Because I don't mind eating a carrot, but when there's a honey glaze on the hoe, it's just like
I have to have the honey glaze. The honey glaze on it's like I was gonna eat it before, and now
you can give me the carrot with some
salt.
Not
a vegetable anymore now.
Just cook it with some salt. That's it. Yeah, maybe some pepper. I don't need much, but when you start doing a bunch of extra shit, I'm like, why? Who are you trying to impress? Me? No, impress some other people. Don't worry about me. Yeah, but. Then go on to my granny's house and get some. She did smoked turkey and fried turkey. There's this big ass fried turkey leg waiting on me, and I can't wait.
God, I love it. That sounds delicious.
Oh my! So she had cream peas. She had green beans. We had green beans and stuff over there, but I was just like, you make your first plate, then you make your second plate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then she had the macaroni as well. So I was like, all right, so macaroni from here, macaroni from there, macaroni everywhere.
Did you take a plate?
I had 3 plates.
Damn.
Plus my deviled eggs, plus my cakes.
The kids, so I was just like, I don't have hands for plates, but now I'm regretting because I'm just sitting here thinking about like, kids would have got left. We would have made sure there was plates.
I mean, it'd have been hella plates if you
left
the kids.
Just like, damn, we're already in the car. I can't go back now. So unless I want to unpack them, and then it's raining. So I was just like,
it was raining. No,
and my aunt's all the way in Fort Worth, so I can't just go back. Yeah.
No, yeah, my family is, I can easily reach them. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
you can pick a plate and go back, but I can't.
I've done that before.
But I'm so hungry.
It's been 1 year.
Right now, and I really wish I could go back and get some.
Matter of fact, I think for Thanksgiving last year, because I was still flying, I was in Montreal. 5 degrees. 5 fucking degrees.
But was it nice though?
No.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, I walked out and I had on the wrong type of shoe. Ooh. And I was walking real confident and I slipped so hard I knocked both my hats off. Yeah.
Did anybody help you up?
Yeah, but it was just the fact that she saw me and it was, I was ashamed. Yeah, it was. But so I'm walking and I'll be honest, I was trying to go get some cigarettes and it was very hard. It was an arduous journey to get these cigarettes. I fell into a snowdrift up to my hip.
Wait a minute, what's the snowdrift?
A big old pile of snow.
Oh,
and it looks like it's solid. It looks like it's ground. And then it turned out to be not ground.
I hate that. The worst part about it is it was touching your face, right?
It wasn't touching my face. I only fell in like up to my hip, up to my thighs, but it was like extricating myself was the issue because then there was nobody. Then I was just looking around, just like,
well, I gotta get to digging.
I was basically, it was like, do I tread water? How do I get out of this?
Doggy paddle, I don't know.
I honestly don't remember how I did. I did get my cigarettes though.
Get them cigarettes.
Yeah.
Especially
After all that,
now,
I went there.
Now
So
you need it.
I didn't get to have Thanksgiving last year, and that was my first Thanksgiving that I did not have with my family. Yeah, but I went that next day and got my plate. Yeah. But just most soul foods or traditional Thanksgiving foods I'm just not really with. And that's I don't know. My taste, I guess I'm with the savory stuff, but like I made for my neighbor, they had like a cocktail and karaoke party, so I made a bread pudding, a tipsy bread pudding. With a whiskey.
I'm not a pudding person,
well,
I would
bread pudding is like it's French toast. It was just drunk. It's drunk French toast is all it is. So I had a whiskey cinnamon glaze on it. Yeah, like something like that. Yeah, I'll eat that. But pies, no. Cobblers, no.
You don't like pies?
I don't.
And peach cobbler.
I don't like peach cobbler. And then whoever made the banana pudding,
my mind is blown. Oh my god.
Okay, let me.
You don't like
this is it falls in line with what I said though because I like fruit. I like fruit. So fruit is already sweet by itself.
Yeah, it is.
You put all that sugar on top of it. It's just like,
It's even better.
No, it makes my teeth hurt.
Your teeth just not strong.
They not. Look at them. They little. No, I don't like that. So I really don't even eat cake.
Yeah, but you know what?
I'll
Surprisingly, I'm not like the most cakey person.
Yeah, I'll bake a cake and like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I am in the mood for cake. I don't know if I would, but can I ask you, for Thanksgiving potlucks at your job, you be participating?
Hell no, I don't just people's food. Fuck that.
Okay,
I need to see it come in the package. If you bought it in the store and
because I can't trust nobody no more.
They don't eat it,
but I had a cat. I had a whole cat. Guess where his ass was not? My kitchen.
The people and their animals, like.
And it's I don't know what he got up to when I went to work. He probably was all over that place. But at the same time, I'll clean it up and making sure that
you wipe it down first.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, have a taste, Tiger. You like that? No, get the fuck out of my kitchen, boy.
Terrence is with me about that peach cobbler. How can you not like peach cobbler?
That just means that there's more peach cobbler for you, Terrence.
Oh my god. But you want to try to show some of the memes?
Yeah.
Because I think they can see.
I'll pull it up in the chat, maybe.
No, you have to pull it up on your screen.
Oh, then it's gonna be on my it's gonna be from my page then. Don't follow me, y'all. But you can follow Professor Dave Fillet on Instagram. That's Prof Dave Fillet, PROFDAVEFILET on IG.
Oh, and shout out to DFW Blair's Facebook group. I did go to the Friendsgiving. I had a great time. I'm the one who made the rice. I saw somebody said that they should get a Nobel Prize. Thank you.
Okay, I'm on my page now. Okay, so let's just take a fucking gander.
Oh Lord. Oh
Lord,
what?
It looks like baby shit.
It does. You're right.
It looks. And I'm trying to understand why. Like, what did you?
Why would you bring that? Like,
why would you post that? Fuck, why would you bring it? Why would you show somebody? I wouldn't tell nobody that I had made that.
I'd be like, you know what? Never mind. I tried and my kitchen burned down. That's why I don't have the food.
Honestly, actually, like, there's some things where I'm just like, I'm good on desserts. I like to bake. I'm good at baking. Like, I like brownies, cookies, lemon bars, my bread pudding. I'll make a cake. But certain things, if they ask me to make the macaroni, listen, that's not my skill set. That is not my wheelhouse. I can't do that. And apparently she did not have that same verve. This is some sort of casserole. I think I identify perhaps some green beans and maybe corn.
No, they trolling. Whoever made that is
I love the comments. Somebody
they were eating it too. Like
somebody in the comments was like, "Was you high when you cooked this shit?" And as you can see, this cat just shaking their head furiously.
Just like on Get Out, and she was like, no.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes when you high and you cook something, I don't know if you be indulgent, but I be indulgent. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you high, you cook something, and it's just like, this is ugly as fuck, and it be bussing. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is that shit. Yeah, but that's just exactly that. It's just for me. Like that, my little high plate, that's different. You done made.
See, this has to be fake because that's one of the face huggers from Aliens, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
If it's not fake, what is it though? Like, if it's
I feel like a goose, perhaps, maybe a duck.
But what is that part? Like coming out the neck?
That is the neck. Or you mean this right here?
Oh, I guess that isn't. Nah, what is all of it anyway? But
I don't.
You're right. If it's real, it has to be a goose.
Yeah.
Some shit
and
like
it's like, oh,
a swan or something like.
Not a swan. Do people eat swans?
I mean,
in 2019?
Why not?
Well, no, because I did show you the coon. Somebody.
Oh, shit, you want to pull that up?
No, give it a second. I'm not mentally prepared because every time I see it, I just have to scream. I guess these are her yams. And I don't eat yams, but I know that's not how it's supposed to. That's not how the marshmallow is supposed to go.
It's like she just put it in after.
Right. It's just like, oh fuck, I forgot the marshmallows. That's all right. Toss them on top. Toss them on top. It's gonna melt and cover it all up. Cover up all my sins. Yeah. It didn't. Your sins is exposed.
It's supposed to be like orange.
It is. They are.
Nice orange.
That was my impression.
I thought they were supposed to be a nice vibrant.
My granny's yams, they was real orange. I mean, like,
it's how they come naturally. Like, how did she get them?
What did you do?
How did all the nutrients out of them? Like, just burnt it. I don't understand.
I mean, some talent is all I can say. But this is what she really burnt: the pound cake.
Then I guess she want to cut it, be like, it's still good. You just gotta flake off that burnt.
Girl, I ain't flaking off shit.
No, we're not. You could have bought that from the store. Like, once you saw that you ruined it, just go to the store
or at least iced it.
No, it's still gonna taste nasty.
It's still gonna taste burn on the outside, but the inside, it's like if you can ice it, maybe put a little glaze on it so that you bite into it and you don't quite catch that burn yet. Like it's first it's sugar, then it's like what, and then it's cake.
Yeah,
it's like you get past that, then you're good. But no, you want to expose it.
Ain't nobody taking that piece of cake. Nobody's getting that.
I don't even be eating cake like that, so you could never get me to have it, not ever. No, she was dead wrong for this. And this is her banana pudding. And it looked like it's mushrooms in there somehow.
Yes, how do you have mushrooms in banana? No, I guess those are like whole slices. Aren't you supposed to like smush it up?
No, I mean, every banana pudding that I've ever had has banana slices.
Okay. But it looked like
they don't look like
it right though.
I don't think she made it because
like
she didn't. And the Nilla wafers look soggy.
Yeah, I don't think that's
the Nilla wafers are supposed to be crisp and on top. The slices of banana are supposed to be ensconced within the pudding.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very gourmet word.
They're supposed to be just in the pudding. I had banana pudding on Thursday, and first off, there was an alcohol taste to it, and I was like, okay.
Somebody trying to trick you?
Okay, wait a second.
You're spiking the banana pudding.
Wait a second, and my grandma was like, "Oh yeah, my friend made this," and I was like, "All right, strike one."
Where'd she get it? Like, what do you mean she made it? Like in her house?
And she didn't say which friend it was. Just like, wait,
you trust this friend? Why does it taste like alcohol?
And it looked like the presentation was not like this. It's a nice dish. The pudding was like with wafers just sprinkled in. It looked like a masterpiece. It looked like it was about to be the best thing that ever happened to my mouth. Because I hadn't had no dessert. I just had 2 plates. Because I was like, I know what I came here for. It wasn't no damn sweets.
Yes, it was for the savory.
It was 100% for the savory. But my grandma said there's banana pudding. I about elbowed my sister boyfriend trying to move out the way, Eric. Trying to get to this banana pudding. I bit into it and I caught that little alcohol taste. I was like, oh, okay. All right. But that was strike one. Because I was like, I ain't used to that. I prefer my banana pudding sober. Bit into it again, and I said, you know, maybe that was a piece of unripe banana. Because there was something.
And it fermented a little
bit. Yeah. Maybe so. I was like, okay. But then I bit.
What you think about? Maybe, because you cook it, right?
Mm-mm.
Cook it? Else than I did it.
No, you don't cook banana pudding. It's you make the pudding with like the Jell-O mix, and then you put in the bananas, and then you put the whipped cream if you got it on top, and then vanilla wafers, and yeah. No, yeah, it was. There was definitely pineapple in the banana pudding, and I was distraught.
Probably adding unnecessary items. You might as well just put some raisins in it. Like, honestly, she should just do some raisins.
Because it looks so
like,
good. I was just like, there's nothing that could be wrong with this. That first bite, I was just like, oh,
got him.
Yeah. So that was strike 2. But I don't play baseball, so that was it. You're out. I don't fuck with that. I had to go ahead and dump that plate over upside down in the trash can.
See what you did. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna hide this.
I'm ashamed. Like it wasn't.
Done with that.
It was like your macaroni. It wasn't bad, but it was just like that's
not how it's supposed to be.
This ain't right. Mm-hmm. It ain't right. So I was just very upset by that. But yeah, let's look at this fucking raccoon then.
Oh my god! I didn't look at it when you originally shared it. I wanted to be like 100% pure.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna be
100% pure reaction here. Malik said it looks like she put Chex Mix in the banana pudding.
You know,
she probably did. All this unnecessary.
All right, we scream.
Dear God, it's really a raccoon. Why all the meat? You only have wild turkeys you can go kill. Off some of these hogs.
I would rather eat a possum.
Some of these hogs out here in Texas, you could have went and got one of them. That is so nasty.
And the fact that they left the feet but cut off the hands, it's like...
No. And then the person said it's coon time. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Distressing. I am a country person myself. I will admit that. I'm not this country. I did try kangaroo jerky one time, but it was all right.
Have you ever eaten alligator?
I have eaten alligator.
Alligator's pretty good. It tastes like chicken.
It tastes like weird fishy chicken.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Weird fishy chicken.
And it's like, I wouldn't eat it if I don't have to, but it's like, if it's available, okay, whatever, I guess. I can't get back to the video now.
Yeah, I'm back in now.
Okay. Anybody commenting?
No, the last one was the pudding.
Yeah. That pudding was that hurt me, honestly.
Hurt myself.
But just seeing bad things happen to macaroni, honestly, just because macaroni is what I came for.
Oven. Oh my God. I just can't get over that. I mean, it was good, but it needs an oven. Technically,
this rainbow colored macaroni, I'm sure, could still possibly be good, but
oh no, I don't know what is going on.
This did come from a page that says things that are not aesthetic, and this is definitely not that.
At all.
Like it hurts me. Plus, they made it with shells, so it's like already your Thanksgiving is shitty. Already is shitty. So you said, you know what? Let's just take it to the next level.
Macaroni for a reason. The shell is not a macaroni. Like
it's not.
A macaroni.
It don't even be tasting the same way, but. And this is honestly how I feel. Macaroni and cheese is not macaroni and peas. It's not macaroni and keys. It's not macaroni and it's macaroni and cheese. That's what should be in it. Macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. Those are the ingredients. Now, if you want to put some butter and some milk in there, I won't stop you. But macaroni and cheese are the ingredients. Don't go doing no extra shit. Don't try to make it healthy. I don't want no blueberry mac and cheese.
Be healthy. Like,
I also.
Blueberry, oh my God.
No, you didn't see that where somebody posted a picture of blueberry? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was.
No, ma'am.
Do you know how upset I would be? Like, first off, it wouldn't even be a trick because it's just like, okay, this don't look kosher.
No, it don't.
I'm not putting this in my mouth. But on the off chance, maybe it's dark in the room, and I went ahead and ate that. I would have to.
Malik said, "Is that mac and cheese from Neverland?" I think so. I think
it's from hell, is what it is. Nah,
surely not. No.
But let's get into this one.
That. What is that?
A turkey made out of backwoods is what apparently it is. I think somebody just really fucked their turkey up. Or maybe it's guts. I don't know. I'm looking at it and I ain't got no clue.
Is it a paper mache turkey?
I don't.
What is it?
It looks like it's made out of cigar guts, honestly. It's just like somebody was just like, you know what? Let's make Thanksgiving real festive for the stoners.
Can you imagine showing up and seeing that shit on the table? I'd be like, y'all niggas is wildin'. Like, the fuck?
We never even actually, my granddad carves everything before we get there. So I've never actually had a turkey carving or anything like that.
Either.
Yeah, so to see that on the table is just like, oh, okay, so y'all on some fuck shit this year, so I'll catch y'all at Christmas.
I'm like, so y'all decided to do something different. Okay, never mind.
Like,
never mind.
Why?
You go to Popeyes, get that sandwich.
Then burned up the pies.
Oh no.
My granny, by the by, she made 4 pies somehow and a cake.
And they were not burned, were they?
They were not. And she was in the whole hospital. Like, if they had been burned, she would have had an excuse. I don't know if this person, this feels like an able-bodied mistake.
I like that. This is an able-bodied mistake, man. Man.
Like, you don't have... And this is where this needed to be. It needed to be on the floor. Because look at that. There ain't no construction to that. About 4 or 5 pieces of individual cheese. There needs to be cheese in every square inch of my macaroni.
They just because they knew it was trash. They said.
I hope somebody else spilled it. Honestly,
knock it over. I'm not gonna eat that.
I wouldn't. Like the way my granny makes hers. She will put the ragu has a cheese sauce.
Yeah,
she'll get some of that. Mix it with some shredded cheese. Mix it with an egg to bind that shit. Like you supposed to do. Put it in the oven. There's some other things she do, but I ain't gonna tell y'all her secrets. No. Nah. You know what I also hate? People who will put breadcrumbs on macaroni or pasta in general. It's just like, when did we decide collectively that was a thing? And when can we decide it's not? I hate it. I hate it so much.
Especially if you put it in the oven, it's like a flakiness to it.
I'm a savory person, but I'm a texture person.
Oh, you don't like the texture of it.
And that's the thing. For some things, like hard things, like I don't fuck with Cap'n Crunch. Because he tears the roof of my mouth up.
So that's like,
I don't like.
That's part of the experience of Captain Crunch. Is just mess up your whole mouth. Like
no, I need my palate. No,
after eating, you're like, I can't eat for like some hours now. I gotta wait to let it heal.
No, I don't want that in my life. I don't like anything that's unnecessarily just hard. Or if I'm eating something that's soft and now there's an element that is introduced that is kind of rough. It's just like macaroni and cheese. Maybe at most the cheese a little crusty. Mm-hmm. And that still doesn't aggravate my mouth like no daggone panko. I don't want no damn panko.
Just scratching it up like eating some Lay's potato chips.
Yes. I didn't sign up for this. The last time that happened to me, I had forgotten to say no breadcrumbs, and I ate my shit so sad. I was just trying to avoid the breadcrumb. You can't really scrape it off because you're scraping off whatever's
cheese and stuff.
Yeah, I was hurt. I was upset. But yeah, that plate is poison.
Yay, I like it. I love it.
Yeah, I just am always just thankful for my family members when I am confronted with things like these, because I'm just like, I'm glad that I know people who know how to cook, because y'all aren't going to kill me. Mm-hmm. Well, you might, but not today. Not tomorrow either.
So?
Yeah.
We are coming to a close.
What's your nerdy thing you're grateful for? Oh,
how could I forget? My nerdy thing that I'm grateful for? What am I grateful? I'm always grateful for Sailor Moon. Y'all know this. And I'm also grateful for my Nintendo Switch. And I have expanded to also play Luigi's Mansion in addition to Zelda.
Do you like it?
I do, but you can just tell it's like for little kids because it sends you on like these little fool's errands.
Oh, like
collecting the coins and the gems and stuff. I finally collected all the gems on one floor, and I thought something was gonna happen. Like nothing happened. I was like, "Fuck that!" Like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm
thinking about getting.
I don't regret getting it though. I do not regret getting it
on the Switch.
Yeah, if you buy it in person at Walmart, it's $40. It's cheaper than buying it on the eShop. Okay, because I've been thinking about Cyber Mondays coming up. Are you doing anything for or like have your eye on anything? No.
No,
I'm not into the whole consumerism.
And I went out for Black Friday once in 2013 to get sheets at Target. I mean, I got my sheets and I didn't have no problems with that. Like nobody was like throwing bowls over sheets, but over in that electronics section, you could hear the hubbub. God. I was just like,
he's trying to get everything.
He's trying to get in and get out. No, so I've never really been like a Black Friday person, but I am thinking about some Cyber Monday deals, like possibly a laptop. I've been thinking about a Switch. I really would. I don't want it just to be on my page, but okay. That's
Oh no, messages.
Hey y'all. Day filet, get down. I'm thinking about a laptop, a Switch, some better camera equipment for myself.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, some.
You started YouTube or something?
Yeah, something like that, girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, something like a YouTube, something like that. It'll be videos. But I would like to, Queen Naja, I think, got her break doing YouTube and was able to transition to singing like that. And I would like to do that myself, like not necessarily that way because I don't really like her songs.
Yeah,
but,
I don't either.
Yeah, but I mean, the exposure is cool. But I think, for Cyber Monday, since I didn't do anything for Black Friday and I get paid on Monday, we're going to see. We're going to see and we're going to know. What am I grateful for, though? You know what I'm not grateful for? The Game of Thrones finale.
You saw they were messing with us on Twitter. They had a tweet that said winter is coming. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, last time you said winter is coming, it was a breeze, okay?
Honestly, last time winter was coming, it turned out to be a springtime.
Yes, like, what do you mean? And they've never elaborated on it. So I don't know if they're trying to, like, remake the season or if they're saying the prequel is
Maybe it's the coldest winter ever. What if they did a Sister Soldier crossover with Game of Thrones? Would you rock with that?
Yeah, why not?
I would actually rock with
finale,
that.
Like,
honestly, I'm not grateful for that. I guess, I don't know, because I did start reading Game of Thrones again, just because it's like, I ain't got nothing better else to do, and he never going to put this book out in my lifetime or my children's lifetime. We're not going to see how it's supposed to end, so I might as well just revel in the past. I am grateful, I think, for some nerdy friends. I'm glad to have met you and a host of others, to be able to share my interests and be able to talk about things that I like.
You know what? I'm grateful for Friendsgiving, too. Just having, like, 30 people to hang out with.
I wanted to go to Friendsgiving, but I was so tired. Okay. Like, I didn't even get to my grandma's house. She was like, dinner's at 12. Dinner's at 12. What? Yeah. It's always at 12, but every year I'm just like, I can't believe it. But didn't even get out the house till like 3:30. I can't believe it. Didn't get back to my house until 9. So I was just like, and I'm supposed to go and be additionally sociable. I can't do it. It was too much. I was tired. Yeah, but I'm glad that y'all had a good time, and I'm looking forward to the next event that we put on.
I think they're doing Star Wars next, and then maybe Christmas.
If we do Star Wars, then I could do it like at my apartment because I have a movie room.
No, they want to go see the moon.
They want to see
in
the theater.
Yeah, in the theater. Unless you got the hookup.
I ain't got no hookup. I don't go to movie theaters. What do I look like?
Paying full price.
$13 to go see us.
Damn, I mean going during the matinee. Fuck that.
Girl, I don't know what movie ticket prices are.
Before 5 o'clock.
And matter of fact, the last time that I went to a movie, somebody paid for it.
Oh, so
yeah.
You say nobody's paying for it. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know what movie prices are nowadays. Somebody sure did pay the last time.
They are expensive though.
If you want to get you a little snack,
yeah, they're getting up there.
Even if I go and get my snack from Kroger, like I be doing.
Yeah, get a diaper bag.
I'm still paying money when I could have just got them snacks and been sitting on my couch like I was gonna do anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then what bothers me is when I get my snacks, somehow, no matter how many I get or how I parcel this shit out, before the movie start, I'm down. Right. Like, where the fuck did my snacks go?
You be like, well, damn, what was the point?
Honestly, and it's like, I can't get up now.
It's because especially if you do it in the movie theater, they have too many previews. So
it's like 20, 30 minutes that I'm sitting there.
I was hungry, like, I don't want to wait.
And now it started, and I got the bucket with the free refill, but I don't even want to go. I got to go get up. Or send the man that took me here to get up, and now he gonna be upset talking about what happened. I don't know. I was on my phone.
It's crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys are all thankful and you had a good Thanksgiving. And we're gonna let you guys go because I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
I'm also hungry. I'm trying to go get to the rest of my. I'm thinking about it, but I still got them leftovers. But Terrence was watching a video that talks about how you can't stretch your leftovers out too long. Yeah, he was like, Sunday, I think, is pushing it. It is.
I think a week maximum is a week.
I don't know about it because
it's just like the germs.
I don't know. It was already sitting out. Like if they started cooking Wednesday night, It was sitting out Thursday, most of Thursday. You gathered it up, you put it back into the refrigerator. So it kind of killed some germs, and you took some out and heated that up, and you put it back. Yeah, so
Sunday is it? Yeah, you're right.
Sunday's about that last day, so I got me one more plate, and we're gonna see. I do want that Popeye sandwich though, and I feel like by now, people. You know, I got my little knife, but it ain't enough. No, I feel like by now maybe people won't be as enthusiastic about it. Because it's just like, it's just a sandwich, y'all. And Chick-fil-A is open today. And Chick-fil-A treat y'all right. Popeyes will whoop your ass.
Just be like, you want them to throw the sandwich on the ground.
Like, who would you, in a fight, Popeyes employee or Waffle House employee?
Ooh, Popeyes.
I don't know, though, because Popeyes.
No, the energy in Waffle House, they just feel like, no.
Waffle House is like, they are basically hibachi chefs.
That's true.
And I feel like with that comes a little bit of the spirit of the samurai.
You're right, maybe.
I'm sure that somebody's been sliced with one of them spatulas.
I'm sure. I'm so sure.
I only wanted
Waffle House.
I would work at Waffle House 100% just because at one point I went and I saw this dude and he had what looked like a Waffle House shooting sleeve. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Okay. How do I acquire those? Can I go to wafflehouse.com and y'all got merch?
He was like, House have merch.
He was like, no, I have this because I wear tattoos. So I was like, okay, so obviously I need to first get tattoos. I gotta apply at Waffle House first and get the job. Never mind. And then I get the sleeve. And then I quit.
Test and then you're in.
Do they drug test the Waffle? I can't imagine that they do.
Anybody they can get, like,
honestly. But on their application it definitely says, can you fight? And if you say no, you don't get that call back. But let's get out of these people's hair.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. Also, follow us on Twitch too. I'm Sailor.
And I am Professor Dave Filet, Esquire.
All right. And you will see us again on December 14th, right here on Nerd Unpacked.
Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.